All right, so today we are going to be opening up and comparing these two different rations. This is the First Strike Ration, which has been a staple for the military for a while. It was meant to be opened and eaten by Marines or the first people out in the field. Nothing in it has to be heated. It's all just tear open and eat, snacks and mains. This is its replacement. So the First Strikes are being phased out, and now they are bringing in the CCAR, or Close Combat Assault Ration. This is menu number 1. Currently, there are only 3 menus. This one is spaghetti with beef and sauce, but it should have a couple of mains and maybe some breakfast items as well, because it's a 24-hour ration. Right now, like I said, only 3 menus. There were 9 First Strike Ration menus. However, when they first started making the First Strike, if I know my history of it correctly, there were only 3 of these as well. So maybe they'll add to the menus for the CCAR in the coming years. That all being said, let's start tearing them down, compare calories, compare what's in them, see if they reused any components or if it's all new. First things first, there is an obvious size difference. The CCAR is much more compact, as you can see. Much more compact. It also feels much lighter. In fact, I'm gonna get a scale and we're gonna see. All right, so, hey, I can actually do this. All right, so this First Strike Ration is 3 pounds, 8 ounces, is 2 pounds, 2.4 ounces. See that? So large difference in weight. Now that being said, are they able to pack the same amount of 24 hours worth of calories into one of these as one of these? That's going to be the big question, because if they can, that's impressive to have something this much lighter and this much more compact that you could put in a backpack or something, as opposed to this big old heavy beast. So let's get into them. First up, in the new one. All right, so I couldn't find any date codes on the outside of the CCAR, but I wanted to show y'all this. This is the spaghetti with meat sauce. I'm gonna get that in close, hopefully it'll focus. But as you can see, it says 5337 right there. Now, the Julian date codes, they don't give you a 2-digit for the year. So what this means is it's the 337th day of 2025. Now, it is currently July 1st of 2026 when I'm filming this. So this is extremely fresh. Like I said, these rations are brand new. In comparison, this one isn't that old either. This is the First Strike Ration, and it is 2024, the 305th day. So we're only looking at a couple years old for this one, less than a year for that one. So anyway, this is our main, and as you can see, this is the spaghetti with beef and sauce, and it has a little neck that you can slurp directly out of the package. So yay. And here are the nutrition facts for that. We have the trail mix recovery with pretzels, so they're definitely reusing some components. Some smoked almonds, 1 ounce of peanut butter, mini bread loaf sliced whole wheat, a chocolate protein drink powder, the First Strike bars, the apple cinnamon flavor. I am so glad they're still putting these in things. Chocolate chip toaster pastry, teriyaki beef stick, a good sized pack of dried cranberries, a coconut almond high energy bar, some grape jelly. In our accessory kit, we have some Arctic Mint, Meg or military energy gum. We have some chocolate energy gel. That's my first time ever seeing that one too. A couple of moist towelettes, some toilet paper, and picante seasoning. They also gave us a trash bag to put our waste in. And that was everything in the Close Combat Assault Ration menu number 1. So a lot of snacks, which is what you expect from something that's meant to be eat on the go. Only 1 real main. I feel like the second main will be a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and then breakfast with some toaster pastries, and then a lot of snacks. But now, let's get into one of our First Strike rations, this big old heavy beast. We have a chicken breast fillet and barbecue sauce, a peanut butter dessert bar, some Zapple sauce, cheese spread with jalapenos, a teriyaki beef stick, cranberries, multigrain snack bread, the mocha flavored mini First Strike nutritious energy bar, some of the cinnamon military energy gum, a beverage base powder grape, a cinnamon bun, fully cooked filet wrap, shelf-stable, seasoned beef with Mexican spices and flour tortillas. A mocha flavored mini bar. Oh, we got 2 mochas? Oh, we got 2 mini mochas. I think we got lucky. I don't think they normally come with 2. Mixed berry energy gel, cheddar cheese pretzels, another peanut butter dessert bar. We definitely got lucky with this one. Another cinnamon bun. So they double packed the cinnamon bun, the peanut butter dessert bar, and the mocha. Wow. So I will subtract one of those out because that's not supposed to happen. I've had this menu before and it did not come with 2 of each of those things. So somebody mispacked this to my benefit. I will pull the calories out for 3 of these when I do the calculations to compare them. And that's probably some of that weight too. Beverage base orange. We got another seasoned beef Mexican style flour tortillas. So they double packed a lot. MRE spoon, Tabasco, and in our accessory kit, we have gum, Bill's Brew, matches. What is this? Oh, non-dairy creamer, moist towelette, sugar, salt, and some toilet paper. It also came with a trash bag. So that is everything in both of the bags. Now, I'm going to have to do some math afterward because obviously the total weights were off because of the duplicate items. So here's what the total weight for the First Strike should have been after I took those items out. And here's the total calories for the CCAR and the total calories minus the duplicate items that I wasn't supposed to get for the First Strike. So what do y'all think of this new menu? Do you think it's a good replacement? Obviously, some of the items are the same. The apple cinnamon First Strike bar, still got your recovery pretzels, still got cranberries, still got all kinds of stuff that you were used to. I did not recognize this coconut almond dessert bar. That was something new that I had never seen before. Also, some of the packaging had changed, like the military energy gum. Looks a little bit different than it used to. And then we have the Sketty. The drinkable Sketty. So if y'all want to see what I think of this when I actually eat it, I'm going to be doing a 24-hour challenge where I eat this 24-hour ration and nothing but in a day. So come back for that video. And if you'd like to know what I think of menu number 4 of the First Strike rations, I've already eaten one of those and the video is already in the MRE playlist on my channel. So y'all go check that out. Okay, so before we close out the video, there's 2 things we need to talk about. First of all, huge shout out and thank you to Brad Sherney for sending me this CCAR. He has been so generous and so helpful as I go through this YouTube stuff, and his channel will be linked in the pinned comment, so y'all go check him out if you enjoy MRE's tactical gear unboxings. He's doing some reviews as well. Go check him out and tell him Wolfman sent you, and thank you so much, Brad, for all the things you've sent me, this CCAR included. I truly do appreciate it. The second thing I want to say is I have a mystery package that we need to open up. So y'all stick around till the bonus content because I don't know who sent this to me. I think I might know who sent it to me, but I'm not 100% sure. So we're going to open it in the bonus content and see if maybe there's a note in there that tells us a little more. Thank you all so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, comment down in the comment section, and I'll see you all on the next one. Later. All right, let's get into this package. All right, so I have a guess at who may have sent this to me, and that's why I'm opening it in an MRE video, because I think it's a buddy of mine from the MRE world, but I'm not 100% sure, honestly. So hopefully I'm right. If not, let's get this thing open and see who sent it. Thank you, Waffles. I thought it might be you when I saw the name and where it came from on the outside of the package, but I wasn't sure. So this has been at my post office for over a month, and they didn't tell me it was there. So before we go any deeper into this box, There was a little note here. I'm not sure if that's personal or not, so I'm going to kind of leave that off to the side. But I want to say a huge thank you. Waffles is a huge part of the Ration community. He has a channel. It will also be linked down in the pinned comment. He is so encouraging, so knowledgeable about MREs. He's, I think, watched every MRE video I've ever done and commented with helpful stuff. So if you're interested at all in things like this, and I imagine you are if you're watching a teardown of 2 MREs or 2 military rations, y'all should definitely go check Waffles' channel out. Seriously. Now let's see what he sent. Thank you, Waffles. Ooh, we have some old stuff. We have some very, very, very old stuff. Okay, I'm gonna have to move this box because it's too big for the top-down cam. So I'm just gonna set it right here. We're gonna pull this stuff out of it. We have a brown bag. Menu number 7 from McAllen, Texas. Turkey diced with gravy. Waffles, I'm scared of the old stuff. You know that, right? We're gonna see. I do appreciate it, and I will definitely open it and go through all the contents and everything, and if it smells all right, we might try it. We might. So we have this fortified apple flavor energy drink powder. We have a pear flavored drink powder. A boisson isotonique. And an MX3 Extreme mixed drink isotonic. So several drinks. This looks like a little can of pâté. Fromage fondue. So I don't know French. Oh, this is pretty new though. 2028, so this is still good. Fromage fondue. So does that mean that it's cheese or does it mean it's some other kind of fondue? I'm sorry, I don't know French, but I'm excited. All right, we need to make some room. Make some room. We got a big one coming in. We have an Ein-Person-Packung combat ration individual, type 10. I do not read German, so I don't know what this is, but I am super excited. I've never had any kind of German ration. So this is exciting right here. Y'all be watching for this on the channel. This will be in an upcoming like MRE review for sure. I'm gonna add another international one to the mix. Thank you, Waffles. Like, I'm excited to get any package ever, but like, I've never had a German ration. This is exciting. Thank you. Like, seriously, thank you. And we have another old brown bag. Oh my, a tuna with noodles that's probably older than I am. And that right there was everything in this awesome care package from Waffles. Y'all really need to go check him out. Waffles, man, thank you. Like, sincerely. I know how valuable some of this stuff is. I do not take it lightly. I really, truly appreciate it. And I just hope I find something cool enough to return the favor one day. Because this right here is awesome. Even if there's a bunch of old food in it. This is awesome. Thank you, Waffles. Salt ration. Couple of glaring things that were missing. There was no coffee. There were a couple of things that had caffeine in them, but there was no coffee. And that I'm worried about that because I'm somebody who really likes coffee. So we'll miss that. Also, he sent me this really cool little 3D printed waffle with butter on it. And I love 3D printing, so thank you, Waffles. This ties into like the channel quite well. There we go. I'll put it back here. There we go. Got my waffle. I like that. One thing I noticed that we didn't have was a handy dandy MRE spoon. There was no spoon in this ration. And granted, we probably don't need one because nothing really required a spoon, but that may be the first ration, military-wise, I've ever gotten that didn't have that brown spoon in it. I don't know. Anyway, you really should be subscribed because you want to come back and watch me eat all this stuff. Or maybe, if it smells okay. Definitely this and some of this other stuff. like, subscribe, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Later.